Haile Selassie and Ras Tafari are the same person at different stages of his life. His birth name was Tafari Makonnen. He was Ras Tafari as a noble title, and later Emperor Haile Selassie. Few leaders in African history are as well known as Emperor Haile Selassie. But his life began long before he became emperor. He was born as Tafari Makonnen in 1892 in Harar, Ethiopia. He came from a very influential noble family. His father, Ras Makonnen Wold Mikhail, was one of the most powerful and respected generals and governors in Ethiopia. He was a close advisor and trusted ally of Emperor Menelik II. Ras Makonnen played a major role in Ethiopia's victory at the Battle of Adwa in 1896 against Italian invasion forces. Because of his father's position, young Tafari Makonnen grew up surrounded by politics, military leadership and royal court influence. His childhood was shaped by responsibility, discipline, and political awareness from an early age. From around the age of 6 to 7 years old, Tafari began receiving education. He was taught reading, religious studies, and Ethiopian Orthodox traditions. As he grew older, his education expanded beyond tradition. By his early teens, around 12 to 15 years old, he was introduced to administrative thinking, court politics, and leadership training. He also learned foreign languages such as French and English, which helped him understand both Ethiopian and international affairs. His father, Ras Makonnen, played a very important role in shaping him. Instead of raising him in isolation, he exposed him to leaders, diplomats, and military officers. Ras Makonnen believed Tafari should understand how power, governance, and diplomacy worked in real life. This early exposure shaped his calm and strategic personality. People around him noticed that he was different from other noble children. He was not loud or impulsive. Instead, he was quiet, thoughtful, and highly observant. He preferred listening and learning before making decisions. When he was still young, his father ensured he was connected to both traditional Ethiopian culture and modern ideas of governance, preparing him for a future leadership role. As he reached his late teens and early adulthood, Tafari Makonnen began taking on more serious responsibilities. In his early 20s, he was appointed as a provincial governor, where he managed administration, taxation, and local governance. This was his first real experience in leadership. Because of his growing reputation, intelligence, and political skill, he was later given the noble title Ras Tafari Makonnen. The word Ras means a high-ranking noble title, similar to Duke or Head. As Ras Tafari, his influence continued to grow. He became involved in Ethiopia's modernization efforts and began representing the country in diplomatic relations with foreign powers. At this stage, he was no longer just a nobleman's son. He was becoming a rising figure in Ethiopian history. And yet, few people at that time imagined that Ras Tafari would one day become emperor of Ethiopia. But history was already preparing him for that role.